is here.
We will definitely not shut up and dribble.
The champ is here. I must be the greatest. The champ is here.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people.
The champ is here.
I will not lose.
I'm a bad man. I took up the road.
Yes, welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with we. My name is EJ, and I got my man.
MH.
Yes, he's a DB of the show, and we are Black in Sports, giving a voice to the culture that won't shut up and dribble. Today, we'll bring you back inside the locker room where it pains me to talk about the topic that we're going to talk about today. But MH, you ready to do this?
Yeah.
So, I mean, last year, all of you guys that follow us, we did do an episode talking about the state of the Dallas Cowboys. And oh, how the tables have turned. So today we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And MH, I just want to start off and thank you.
Those terrible towels.
Oh, boy. Oh, where's my terrible towel? I should bring mine out. Anyway, so you wanted to talk about this topic, man. So what you got for me?
Yeah, I honestly just kind of wanted to see where your head was at with the Steelers this year. They just got beat by a division rival pretty handily, the Cincinnati Bengals. And they're that sandwich right in between. Yeah, first place Ravens that they're coming up this Sunday. They 5-5 and 1, tied with the Detroit Lions. What's your thoughts, man? How are we feeling? Is it time for a change, or you guys are riding the ship, or what's going on?
So, I mean, what kind of change you talking? I mean, if you're talking quarterback, I mean, definitely there's room for improvement there. And not even that, man. We need to have a succession plan. Like, we don't even have, why Rudolph Mason, I don't know why we got one reindeer still in our staple. Like, for me, it's a tough one. We've seen what he could do. I mean, we had him and Duck Hodges. Like, that's just terrible. And then we brought Haskins in and not even let him see what he can do. Like, he's third string. So if he's that terrible, why do we have him? So it's just, so if you're talking about changes in that perspective, I'm going to leave it as there's room for growth. Absolutely.
Well, I'm not going to let us pass this position without, giving the man's respect, Benjamin Todd Roethlisberger, Mr. Big
Not
Ben.
the full government. Yes. Yes.
So he's been in the league for, I think this is his 18th or 19th year.
Something like that.
2-time Super Bowl champion, Rookie of the Year in 2004, 6-time Pro Bowl. Do you let Big Ben kind of fall on his sword and go out how he wants to go out? That
decision's already been made. That decision's already been made. Yes. He gets his farewell tour. And
so he gets his farewell tour.
Hopefully he puts up 81 on someone in his last game against the Browns will be fitting. Either Browns. It could be the new Browns, aka the Ravens, or it could be the old Browns, So he ends the season with the Ravens, and that's always one of those black and blue games. So, there's still hope.
Okay. Now, when sometimes, players change, I should say sometimes it's easier to change coaches and stuff than it is to players. So I love Coach Tomlin. Might be my favorite coach of all time, just for his interviews alone.
He's a quotable. 100%
He's very, very never say never, but never.
But never. We should
so
drop
so
that.
what's our thoughts on Coach Tomlin's future in Pittsburgh?
Oh, it's solid. It's solid.
Well, let me throw this at you. So a light-skinned receiver
He's not
being
going anywhere
light-skinned.
else. Never say never.
Never say never, but never. I don't know. Did you hear recently he had an Chase Claypool had an interview?
Okay, before we go to that. No, before we go to that.
This is on Coach Tomlin.
No, absolutely. Because
Okay.
it goes into maybe what you could be hinting at, right? Like, is he in touch with the younger players? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was getting there. Yeah.
So, first of all, no, I mean, what is he? One losing? Well, he's not. It's not tech. He's still got room. We got faith. I mean, it's a hell of a stretch of the season. It's Ravens, Vikings, Browns, No.
Yeah.
Titans, Browns, Ravens. Hold on, let me. Oh shit, Chiefs on Christmas. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard road to keep up because I mean, 14 was it 14, 15 plus winning seasons?
Yeah.
I mean, so if he comes off miraculously and has maybe like he can't have a tie. There's still hope. There's still hope. And he said there's going to be changes. So if anyone says there's going to be changes, I believe in him. So I definitely believe that there's going to be changes to come. You know, Steeler football is going to make it happen. Now to get into the Claypool thing, when your star wide receiver is bitching about
Oh. We just throwing around the S word like that? I don't know about star. I mean, he's a receiver on the team. He's a wideout. Let me
who's better?
be respectful because Mike Tomlin said he's a wideout. So he's a wideout.
So who's a better wideout than him?
I think Deontay Johnson is better than him, but that's just my opinion.
Deontay is coming up, right? So he had the drop season last year. So he's been working on his stuff, you know. So he's getting better, but Claypool is the guy, right? Like Claypool, who's the plays that we're making, he's doing the end around stuff. Like, so he is the star wideout. Continue.
If that's what we want to call him, then we got bigger problems there in Pittsburgh because Chase Claypool is not a star receiver. He's not one that I would even think of if we're throwing around the S word, within the top 10 receivers that I would think of just top of my head, he wouldn't come to my head. And I'm not just being biased. I just don't think he's at that
put him in the
status.
top 10 of receivers, not at all. No, I wouldn't.
So-
but he is the Steelers' top Steelers star receiver.
We could just say top receiver. He's number one on the Steelers depth chart. We can leave the S word out because he's
That's
not
fine.
he's not necessarily a
out.
star. But Steelers, they've been known, at least in the Mike Tomlin era and in recent memory, to kind of produce receivers at a amazing clip. They can find receivers out of nowhere, and Juju was the guy, Antonio Brown, and then turn it over to Juju, and I guess Chase Claypool. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of promise in that from that position group. Are you a little worried about that at all? Because that's a lot of it. Not at all.
No, because as you said, you disagree with me. You brought up another receiver. So the fact that you brought up another receiver, and we're known to draft decent wide receivers, so have no problem in the receiving core.
But let me ask you this though.
Go.
And I'm loving this, by the way, because
I know you are.
I'm cherishing this moment. There is one common denominator with all those receivers is your quarterback. And then seeing how we said that the quarterback is near the end.
Just room for improvement. Yes.
Are we a little bit worried about, hey, what's the next step? Quarterback wise, yes. But does that affect the receivers?
Well,
and the success of the receivers?
Well,
so is it that you guys have been drafting well, or you guys just had a Hall of Fame receiver or a Hall of Fame quarterback? Excuse me.
We have a Hall of Fame quarterback, and he's gonna get his time. I mean, he's not counted out, man. He's gonna show some things, man. Hopefully, I keep saying hopefully. The season's not over, man. It's a long season, and I am hoping that we do the reverse of what we did last year. So we started out 11-0. Things were just looking amazing, and then we just fell off the fucking wagon. So this year, we're gonna do it in reverse. Get hot at the right time. Maybe make a playoff appearance. Now this is just all hopeful, but there's still hope in the rest of the season because I think there's some things that we did have to work out. I think there were some things that we changed up. Ben was passing really heavy at the start of the season, and then we have an amazing star running back.
Well, we throwing out words.
Now Najee's a top running back in the league.
I would have to disagree. I only think he's a top running back in this division. Not even second place.
Not even in the division.
He might be fourth place in the division. So
after what Cincinnati did, and he went the fuck off on us. So yeah, he had a day. You know what I'm saying? But a day doesn't make a career, right? So he's still got a lot to put forward. Anyway, in his rookie season, all right. Mm-hmm. So I think there's some things offensively we need to figure out. We need to scheme. And like I said, once again, I believe in Tomlin. We're gonna turn this around. We're gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna break this down to you real. I'm gonna let you down real light. Unless TJ Watt goes on Amazing streak when he breaks Michael Strahan's all-time sack record or something crazy like that happens. Y'all better start looking at the draft. I hope
Oh,
you're looking at
100% we
I,
have to
ho-
be
I hope
looking
you
at the
I hope
draft.
you're looking at
Number
you
15th
know,
pick right now.
nah, you can look higher than that. You can look at some other stuff. So I just want you to be prepared. I wanted to check in. The locker room is where we can talk, and make sure that we good, that we on the up and up. So I just wanted to, sit next to you in the locker room, so pull the stool over real close, not, pause, but just to see if you was good, man. I was worried about you, man.
I was definitely pissed off. I'm losing a couple bets. I had a bet. There's no way we lose twice against Cincinnati, and we did. So I lost that bet. I actually paid that bet at halftime and stopped watching the game. That shit was disgusting, man. And I attempt, and it's fandom, right? So your team, you fall, whatever. But because one, it's not only affecting y'all have terrible trash ass play. Now you're in my pockets, right? And then I have another bet with my brother about fucking best record, and that's not looking too good because I
Best
bet
record
that
where? Best record
best
what? Between the two
team.
teams?
Yep,
Who's this team?
he's a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Oh, he's smart.
There's
Yeah,
still
that's not
time.
look. You might as well pay up on that one as well.
There's still time because, you guys are doing a 3-game losing streak right now.
We're not talking about the Cowboys. This is about the Steelers.
Anyway, so there's still hope. But I mean, we got 6 games left? Maybe definitely the Vikings. We'll play at the Vikings though, so that could potentially be one, even though they're on a little bit of a tear. They're getting some stuff together. Hopefully Lamar comes up with another case of some kind of sickness that's not COVID related.
Well, that brother gets sick.
He gets sick more than need to get him some baby
Boy.
chewables or Tylenol vitamins or some shit.
Can we rub some Vicks vapor on your chest? That boy,
It's all on his chest, right?
Yeah, he always sick, man.
He's always sick. So only thing we can hope is for that. But I mean, he's tearing it up right now. Like, what do you have? 2 turnovers, 3 turnovers, and they still won the game.
4.
Was it 4? That's right. It was 4. So, hopefully, like you said, Watt go on a tear. I mean, you can't contain that dude. So it's going to be interesting. So it's a possibility. Hope if we could split those 1-1. We play him at the beginning, and like I said, Ben goes out, puts up like ridiculous numbers, throws for 400 plus yards. Ben, you heard me.
All right.
I don't. On his last game, he's going to go out strong.
Maybe
against the Ravens.
Regular season, no playoff chances. We're settling on that.
Yeah, it's tough. We're at the bottom of the division right now. I mean, even the Browns are looking like they're still it's been downhill since we let the Browns win last year. Like, it's just like the shit was so annoying because you had all these Browns fans that were like thinking it was a Super Bowl because they beat us, to make it to the playoffs when, Man, listen, what else, man? I'm tired of talking about this shit, man.
Nah, I just wanted to make sure you're cool. And technically, you're in 3rd place in the division because the Browns have more losses after Sunday night.
After Sunday night.
Yeah, so you guys are a little ahead of them. So there's light at the end of the tunnel, I guess.
Man, don't do that. Don't do that.
A matter of fact, man, I'm just loving talk about the Steelers for change, man. Because they're an historic franchise. I wouldn't say they're as great as the Dallas Cowboys, but they are a linchpin.
How are we defining great? We're not doing it by championships.
Just America's team and Forbes. I don't know. Maybe that's why we decide what's great.
Now you're on my side. Like, I love to talk about the money. Hey, Forbes, you got a hands like.
I mean, we in the NBA
Let's
winning
go
over
Dallas
there too.
Cowboys with a new argument. Hit me with Forbes. Most seats in the stadium, most sellouts. Like, what your man say last year? Like, we sold out to most seats during COVID.
I mean, it is what it is. So,
no, we got 6 games. Tomlin said it in the press conference. I think it was yesterday. That there's going to be changes, and if changes start by not playing the music with Claypool, I believe he's going to turn it around.
Okay, man. I'm praying for my guy, man. He looked a little stressed. People asking about college jobs. They saying, "Hey, can you play some music and practice?" I'm praying for my guy.
Well, no, I mean it is a scary thing too, right? Like when you talk about whether a coach, because a coach can be replaced before stars, right? And is it that he's coming unrelatable to the younger, people you have on the staff and things like that? So that's a question that can be posed, but I don't think that you shake up or you get rid of a Mike Tomlin that's had this kind of level of success off
I
of
don't.
off of potentially 1 year.
Yeah, I don't. I don't necessarily think you do either. But this business, man, and the players are the top asset. And if you feel that something is there's a there's a division or there's a block or the message is not being received by the biggest asset in the organization, the other pieces are movable. So we shall see, man. We shall see. I hope that's not happening. I'm not wishing nothing on
Nah, you gotta
Mike
keep Tomlin,
Tomlin,
man.
but yeah, we'll see.
But the outlook is not, because even thinking about, okay, what's this draft like? Who do we get in the draft, right? So that's the thing that worries me. So is it something that we make a play for a quarterback? You know what I mean? Like the whole people talking like Aaron Rodgers is, making, kind of connections and all these like sub tweets and sub things about the Steelers organization. So I mean, that instantly changes the game, if things don't work out for Aaron, or if he's ready to make a move, that's somewhere that I've heard that there's been interest. Other than that, like I don't know who you get. I don't know if Russell would want to move to, because it depends on what other, because
It's not Russell. It's whether Sierra wants to move.
And we all know that, right? Like, does she want to go to Pittsburgh?
Probably
Like,
not.
no,
Yeah.
she's trying to level up,
There's some
or whatever her next song was, right?
That's not goodies over there. So
at all. So I mean, those are like the top options, I think, of what we've heard in the rumor mill. Like, I mean, what's going on this season? I mean, other than that, like who else do you get? Like, because I don't know who in the draft is going to end, depending on where we are in the draft. If we go down and get them, or if we have the capital to go down and get them, who makes sense for us to go grab? So
there's a lot of football to be played this year, but the way we're just discussing it right here in the locker room, I mean, the outlook doesn't look that promising for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we'll see.
It's not promising. We're going to finish with a winning record.
Mm-hmm. Well, we talked about it yesterday on the live episode, just briefly, that in the NFL, you need a quarterback to win. And as it currently stands, I don't know if Big Ben is the quarterback that can win anymore. I think we can agree that his time is past. We both talked about the draft, but who knows? Who knows? The draft is kind of fickle. There might be somebody in the draft we just don't know about. I mean, maybe there's somebody that is going to really succeed in the NFL. We don't know. I mean, it's not science. I mean, or maybe it is science. I don't know.
It is science.
We
It's science.
we don't know what's going to happen, right? So,
well, we do know that
we'll
they're
see.
going to finish strong. I have confidence. We're going to have a winning record before the season's over.
Yeah.
It is the NFL. Any given Sunday, these are professionals. Any team can win. I mean, because no one really thought that what was going to happen on the outcome of Thanksgiving was going to happen, and
Yeah, well, I don't know if we can fully say
Compare?
that. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think that's a different scenario. But on scenarios, I did before we jumped on. I just kind of wanted to see if I was seeing something that was incorrect. So I went to Madden, of course. That's my best source, and I just simulate a quick season, and yeah, the Steelers don't look too good, man. So I'm praying. I mean, of course,
in the simulation where they finish
last place in the division.
Oh.
And then Big Ben was a free agent before the year even started. So I don't know who was playing quarterback. I think they still had Kaepernick on the game, so Kaepernick was playing quarterback. So maybe Kaepernick. Maybe.
See, there you go. You got jokes. You got jokes. You got jokes.
Maybe he's the next one. I mean, Robert Griffin is kind of subtweeting. Speaking about athletes,
Robert Griffin
making
is
books
in the booth now.
You know he has a book coming out. We can. There's a locker room episode on athletes and their books coming out. Scottie Pippen we've touched on, but Robert Griffin III, he has some information too. So be on the lookout.
Too much information. Live episode 1.
Okay.
Is that all you got from me, man? You grilled me, man. I didn't go this hard on you, man. When your Cowboys was down, man.
I didn't grill you. I just asked questions.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I'm just, I wanted you to just sit on the couch, or do you lay on the couch and get your?
Are we in a safe space? You was bringing me in a safe space to talk about.
Safe space, man. Yeah,
see if I was good.
Just to see if he was good. I just happened to just stumble upon the standings, and I heard Mike Tomlin this morning, so I was just like, man, I hope EJ is doing okay, and I thought,
you sound like a Michigan fan right now. Like, ain't won in 10 years and then win one game.
I wasn't even going to bring that part of it up.
But that's fine. You can bring that up too. Like, it's fine. It is okay.
It's been
rough. I rep Ohio, grew up there, spent time there. Yes.
Michigan Duke last night. Ohio State beat Duke last night in basketball. So a big win. Maybe there's a upswing for the EJ teams coming up. Big win by Ohio State basketball.
Wow. I got love for Michigan, though, just not when they play Ohio State. Shout out to Camp Sanders, coach, which he's one of the coaches for the basketball team. So he's making NBA guys left and right.
Fair point.
Absolutely.
We got a Pac-12 championship game coming up in Las Vegas this weekend. Before we go, we want to shout out the local things: Utah and Oregon. Give me your prediction.
Utah and Oregon. You want to say Oregon, and I'd hate to say it because, what they did to Ohio State coming out the beginning of the season, they want to continue to attempt to put their stamp as the dominant force in the Pac-12. So I'll definitely give it to the Ducks. What about you?
I'm going to go opposite, man. I think Utah is going to show up and win the game. I think they're going to. I know they're going to travel well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it should be a dominant Utah fan base in the stadium. So,
and they don't have to worry about any USC fans chanting what they chanted at the USC game.
I'm unaware of this chant. Is it safe for airways?
Yeah, it's safe, but it's just they were. No, it's probably not safe.
Yeah. Okay.
The university came out with an apology after they were chanting it at the USC game. So
USC, Southern Cal apologized to Utah.
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes. For what was said very loudly in the stands that could be heard very clearly. But no, Utah does travel well, man. They played several bowl games here, the Las Vegas Bowl a few times, and did they have their kickoff game here? Oh no, that was BYU played here, right?
That was BYU,
game?
certainly.
Yeah.
And they did travel well.
And yes, they come down and they hold down the fort, man.
Cool, brother.
All right, man. I made it through. So listen, I have hope. All right. It's going to be a hard road, but out of the 6, I say we split them. I say we come up with 3 more wins. You're not very positive. That's cool. That's
just
cool.
Listening. That's my job on this right now, is just to listen. Just listen.
Just being there to provide support, man. Make sure I'm okay.
Just to listen.
Hey, the season's not over yet. Any given Sunday, man. Just remember that.
I'm with you. I'm listening.
You're listening. All right. So, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the show. Anytime I get to speak with you guys and sit down with you in the locker room, and I enjoyed it. But it was definitely a tough one, So I'm rooting for my Steelers. I think they're going to pull it out. We're still going to win. I'm rooting for Tomlin. I want him to continue his longevity of winning seasons.
Certainly want to keep Mike Tomlin around. So,
all right.
Please win.
Please just give me 3 out of the 6, man. Just split them. All right. So if you enjoyed the show, please share it. We drop new shows, new episodes every Thursday. Follow us on all of our social handles. It's Black in Sports everywhere. And please stay safe, practice gratitude, and know we're rooting for you.
Screaming, all us blacks got is sports and entertainment until we even.
Assuming
I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo, look. Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Sue me, I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back.